Up next on Lion TV, we have Connor and Eric with a fan favorite in discography, and Curtis gets with the golf team as they reflect on their season.
And me, Jacob Show, here to give you some updates for the first time this year on the NHL and the NBA. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Good morning, Searcy High School. I'm Lily Lindsay.
And I'm Phoenix Pruitt. Happy Friday, and I hope you had a great Red Ribbon Week. Let's get right into those announcements. If you're a sophomore, junior, or senior and want to take the ASVAB on November 8th, email or see Mr. Hughes in the guidance office to sign up. Space is limited. Deadline to sign up is November 3rd. Testing is November 8th.
The junior class is selling butter braids. Contact Miss Barrett, Miss Nielsen, or any junior if interested in purchasing one of these butter braids. All proceeds go to the prom. There are some different items online that aren't in the printed brochure, so please see a junior for more info.
The SHS food pantry is open. Food bags are available for pickup on Fridays in the East Office, West Office, and Guidance Center. You can also talk with any of your teachers, and they can help you get a bag. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Edelman in room 306 or email cedelman@searcyschools.org.
Seniors, be sure and check out the bulletin board outside of the Guidance Center. Lots of information about colleges around the state. The counselors have lots of information in the Guidance Center, so go check it out.
Hey Lily, are you ready for another episode of Discography?
I sure am. I can't wait to see what Connor and Eric have put together this time.
Good morning, Searcy High. I'm Eric Crowley.
And I'm Connor Love.
And welcome to another episode of Discography.
Today on Discovery, we will talk about one of the most popular rock bands of the 90s and 2000s, and that would be Green Day.
Green Day, featuring vocalist and lead guitarist Billy Joe Armstrong, bassist Mike Dirnt, and drummer Trey Cool, started in 1987 as they were a part of the late 80s, early 90s Bay Area punk scene.
They released their first studio album, 39 Smooth, in 1990 and Kerplunk the very next year. Although they both paled in comparison to Dookie, released in 1994, which became the band's first breakout success. With songs like Longview, Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case, She, and When I Come Around.
'Cause you know where I'll be found when I come around.
The very next year, they would release Insomniac, which was less like Dookie and more like their first two albums. Then 2 years later, would release Nimrod, with songs like Nice Guys, Finish Last, Hitchin' a Ride, Redundant, and one of the band's most popular songs, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life.
Which is the song used for every high school graduation video for some reason.
I know, right? And after the release of Warning in 2000, 4 years later, they would go on to release what is known as their most well-known, their most successful, and most critically acclaimed album they have ever released. And that, of course, is American Idiot.
American Idiot was one of the most anticipated releases in 2004, stating a career comeback for the band who had not seen this level of success since Dookie in '94. This rock opera album features songs such as American Idiot, Holiday, Wake Me Up When September Ends, Jesus of Suburbia, and Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
My shadow's only one that walks beside me.
5 years later, they would release 21st Century Breakdown, featuring songs like Know Your Enemy, Before the Lobotomy, Song of the Century, and 21 Guns.
The last 5 albums they've released haven't reached the success of Dookie and American Idiot, with Uno, Dos, and Trace all releasing in 2012, Revolution Radio 2016, and Father of All in 2020. However, they are making a new music which could turn into a new album.
If they do release a new album soon, wouldn't it be their 15th album?
Wow, it would be. They definitely put their mark on the rock world, haven't they?
You could say that again, but what do the people around the school think about this band?
I'm not really sure. Let's ask them. What is your favorite Green Day song?
American Idiot.
So your favorite song is American Idiot?
Yeah.
Do you prefer Dookie or American Idiot as your favorite album?
American Idiot.
Dookie.
Well, Cersei, that's all the time we have for you today. Signing off, I'm Eric Crowley.
And I'm Connor Love, and see you next time, and back to the news desk.
Peace!
Thanks, Connor and Eric. I'll be sure to add some of their songs to my playlist.
I think I'll do the same. Now, let's get into some local news.
Authorities rescued 8 children in California on Saturday after they were abducted by their biological mother and found roughly 1,500 miles from their foster homes in Arkansas, police said. The 36-year-old mother had lost her custodial rights, according to police in Anderson, a tiny city in a rural part of Northern California, about 140 miles north of Sacramento.
Donald Trump was abruptly called to the witness stand and then fined $10,000 on Wednesday after the judge in his civil fraud trial said the former president had violated a gag order. It was the second time in less than a week that Trump was penalized for his out-of-court comments. Before imposing the latest fine, Judge Arthur Engeron summoned Trump from the defense table to testify about his comment to reporters hours earlier about a person who's very partisan sitting alongside the judge.
A man fatally shot at least 16 people at a restaurant in a bowling alley in Lewiston, Maine on Wednesday night, sparking a massive search for a person of interest who is a trained firearms instructor. Meanwhile, authorities urged residents to lock themselves in their homes and schools announced closures on Thursday. The shooting in the state's second largest city is the 36th mass killings in the United States this year, according to a database maintained by the Associated Press and the USA Today in partnership with Northeastern University. The database includes every mass killing since 2006 from all weapons in which 4 or more people, excluding the offender, were killed within a 24-hour time frame.
Hey Lily, what's your favorite kind of weather?
My favorite would have to be cool fall weather with the leaves falling. Let's send it over to Linus for a weather update.
Good morning, Cersei. I'm Linus Bowman with your weather update. Today will be a high of 84, AM showers with rain at a 35% chance, winds at south-southwest at 11 miles per hour, humidity at 76%, and sunrise at 7:23 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight will be thunderstorms with a low 65, rain at 59% chance. Winds at southwest at 4 miles per hour, humidity at 97%, and sunset at 6:17 p.m. Onto the almanac, and average temperatures will be a high of 70, a low of 47. Monthly average of precipitation at 4.13 inches, month to date at 1.30 inches. On to the 5cast. 5cast will be Saturday will be showers with a high of 73, low 61 with a 91% chance. Showers Sunday will have showers with a high 72, a low 40, and a 63% chance of rain. Monday will have AM showers with a high of 52, a low of 34, with a 45% chance of rain. Tuesday will be sunny with a high of 53, a low of 30, with a 3% chance of rain. Wednesday will also be sunny with a high of 53, a low of 31, and a 1% chance of rain. Well, guess you're going to have to bring your umbrellas.
Thankfully, I'm so excited for this cooler weather. I wonder what our lunch ladies prepared for us today. What's for lunch today, Phoenix?
Today for lunch we'll be having whole grain pancake bites, Hawaiian pizza, classic chicken sandwich, strawberry mango frozen sidekicks, blueberries, and milk.
That sounds delicious. Make sure to thank our amazing lunch ladies for all their hard work.
Hey Lily, did you ever get a chance to see that golf team this year?
Unfortunately, I did not, but I do hear Curtis Stevens had some more information on it. Take it away, Curtis.
Having previously won the state tournament in 2019, the golf team has had an excellent year. It takes a lot to prepare for such a hard and competitive sport.
For the boys in our state tournament, I thought we had a really good, productive state tournament. Some of the guys went up there and played really well on a difficult golf course. Some of the younger guys definitely got some really good experience that's going to help them out for next year. I feel like we performed very well, and the ones that are coming back gained some valuable experience.
With such a competitive sport, there are always some struggles that the team have to face.
The hardest thing about golf is just how inconsistent it is at times. You know, it's just it's kind of like a roller coaster. You can be up and down, and you know, it's just different every day, and so the hardest part is probably just the mental part of the game, trying to stay patient, you know, and just keep working hard all the way through.
Staying mentally calm and not losing my anger and not just wanting to throw a club in the water.
Golf is easy to learn but hard to master. With a difficult learning curve, there are some things that the team needs to do to prepare.
In golf, it's an individual sport, so a lot of that is individualized, but in terms of practice, getting ready for our conference tournament or state tournament or even just regular matches, a lot of it is depending on the player, you know, where their game is, what they need to work on. It could be something with their swing, could be their short game, and so they analyze their game and we look at it and they practice based on what they need at the time.
Usually I'll take out one of my clubs, I'll stretch my legs out, stretch my arms. I'll do anything just to get me mentally focused in the game. I'll go to the driving range, hit a few balls, and after the driving range, I will go to the putting green and chip and putt till it's ready time to tee off.
Even though the golf team didn't win the final tournament, the players and the coaches still thought it was a great year anyway.
I could have practiced a lot more when it came to golf and focused a lot more time on golf. But so far, it's been a great season, and I loved it a lot.
This year's team, I really enjoyed coaching. They were a close-knit group, really hard workers, and I think the best thing is just how good they were in the classroom. We had a really good group of students this year that have performed at a high level, and I'm really most proud of how they do in the classroom.
Even with all of the hardships, the team has still pushed forward and accomplished something great. We wish the golf team an incredible next year. Back to the news desk.
Wow, that was awesome. I personally can't wait to see what they can accomplish next season.
Same here. I'll have to ask someone to keep me in the loop.
Since we're on the topic of sports, I think it's time for a sports update.
I agree. Let's see what Jacob has for us today. Take it away, Jacob.
Happy Friday, Searcy High. I hope everyone is having a great morning so far. Let's jump right into these sports updates before we get into this well-needed weekend. In local sports, the Searcy Lions football team has a game later today where they will travel to Jacksonville to take on the 2-6 Titans. The Titans are on their second consecutive loss, with them getting shut out against Little Rock Catholic 44-0 last week, while the Lions are 5-3, with them last week taking on Benton and getting a big loss. So cheer on the Lions as they look to get back in the win column. The Searcy Lions cross country had their 5A East Conference meet in Jonesboro on Tuesday. Notable placements include Chase Kemper placing 12th in the boys' 5,000 meter run, the boys placing 6th in the 5,000 meter team run, and Ava Skiba placing 18th in the girls' 5,000 meter run. The cross country's next meet will be next Thursday for the championship. The 5A volleyball state tournament has taken place the last couple of days here at Lion Arena, with the Elite 8 taking place on Wednesday. Games that took place include Benton sweeping Paragould 3-0, the Greenwood Bulldogs sweeping Marion 3-0, Harrison taking the win against the Blazers 2-2 even with the Valley View's comeback attempt, and finally Mount St. Mary beating Lakeside 3-2 in the closest game of the tournament so far to advance to the semifinals. We will have updates on both the semifinals and finals for the state tournament for next week's show. Moving on to national sports, as of Wednesday afternoon, the NBA announced that the 2024 All-Star Game will be changed to the classic East versus West format. This game will be played Sunday, February 18th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Terrence Mann, who was expected to start for the Los Angeles Clippers, will be sidelined for the team's home opener against the Portland Trail Blazers with a sprained left ankle. In his place, the Clippers are expected to start Robert Covington. In the NHL, Brett Peace is expected to be out 2 to 4 weeks for the Carolina Hurricanes after having surgery Tuesday to correct a lower body injury. He did not miss a game last season with 30 points in 82 games, as well as 6 points in 15 Stanley Cup playoff games. In the MLB, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers will play in the World Series following both teams' series-clinching Game 7 wins in the NLCS and the ALCS respectively. The teams played in 2 short series during the regular season, with the Rangers losing 3 out of 4 to the Diamondbacks. Nathan Eovaldi has a 2.42 ERA in 26 innings pitched this postseason and is 4-0 on the mound. Jordan Montgomery has been equally impressive with a 2.38 ERA in 22.2 innings pitched with a record of 2-0. This rotation is amplified by Max Scherzer. Arizona sports the 3rd lowest ERA during the postseason. That ERA is despite the struggles of their ace, Zach Gallen. Gallen is 2-2 with a 5.24 ERA and struggled in both starts in the NLCS against the Phillies. Merrill Kelly has been the most successful starter for Arizona this postseason, giving up only 5 runs in 17 innings pitched while winning 2 of his 3 starts, including his most important Game 6 of the NLCS on the road. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you this week. I hope everyone has a great Friday and an even better weekend. Now let's send it back to the news desk with Lily and Phoenix.
Thanks for those sports updates, Jacob. Unfortunately, it seems we've reached the end of Lion TV this week, Cersei. Don't forget to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Lily Lindsay.
And I'm Phoenix Pruitt. Have a great weekend, Cersei.